We're now heading over to Folkways FM for a slightly delayed August Almanac. As far as I know, the crew are moored somewhere near Dunoon on the Cowal Peninsula, Argyll. And I've heard they've been enjoying trips to the gorgeous Puck's Glen, as well as exploring Argyll Forest Park and the Castle House Museum. So without further ado, let's try and pick them up. A very warm welcome to August 2024's Almanac. Here's Garments by Hugo Williams to kick things off. In an old trunk or in an ebony chest, I put away the yellow clothes of my childhood, my favourite yellow clothes. I put away the blue clothes I wore as a boy, the blue clothes that boys always wear, followed by the red clothes of my youth, the exciting red clothes of a young man. I put away the red clothes, then I put away the blue clothes again, more faded this time. I wear black clothes. I live in a black house. Sometimes, at night, I open the ebony chest and gaze with longing at my beautiful clothes. August, named after Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. Welsh, Aust. Cornish, mis est. In Irish, Scots Gaelic and Manx, the month is named after the festival lughnasadh. Irish, Lughnasadh. Scots Gaelic, in Luna still. Manx, Lughnasadh. Old English, Weodmanath. August is indeed the traditional month of lammas or lughnasadh, the latter just seen in the Celtic names there. If you look in the archives of the main Folkways show, you'll find 2 episodes dedicated to the August celebration. Of particular interest, I think, is part 2, where the show looked at the harvest fairs that were held all throughout the month of August, and how, in Ireland specifically, they were dedicated to female heroic figures, Talchia or Carmen. In pre-industrial society, the cereal harvest, including crops like wheat, oats, barley and rye, this was the most significant and labour-intensive time of the year. Traditionally held in August, the harvest period extended into July and September by the early 19th century due to increased production. Tenants were often required to harvest their lord's corn, typically receiving food and drink as compensation. Some estates also observed the custom of a communal meal at the end of the harvest. Ronald Hutton, in Stations of the Sun, suggests that this tradition may have ancient origins, as the Roman writer Macrobius noted that farmers celebrated with their field hands after the harvest. In 1573, Thomas Tusser's well-known rhyming treatise on farming described how a good employer would provide gloves to field hands, and they'd also appoint a harvest lord to oversee the work. Tusser also noted the tradition of giving each departing ploughman a harvest home goose. The rhyme reads: in harvest time, harvest folk, servants and all, should make all together good cheer in the hall, and fill up the black bowl of blyth to their song, and let them be merry all harvest time long. Once ended thy harvest, let none be beguiled, please such as did help thee, man, woman and child. Thus doing, with always such help as they can, thou winnest the praise of the labouring man. If you woke up in Sunderland, northeast England today, you saw the sun rise at 5:26 and set at 20:56, giving a day of around 15 hours there. Swansea, South Wales, sunrise 5:48 and set 20:52. Sligo, Northwest Ireland, sunrise 5:57 and set 21:20. On August the 19th, it is the full moon. This month's moon is also a supermoon, the first of 2024. So look up in the evening sky this month and the moon may appear larger than usual. August's moon is called the dispute moon, lynx moon, grain moon, or the lightning moon from around these islands. The 12th to the 13th of August is the Perseids meteor shower peak. In some Catholic countries, the Perseids are known as the Tears of St. Lawrence because they're visible on the date of his martyrdom. On August the 22nd, the sun enters Virgo. It leaves the solar-ruled Leo the Lion and, yes, enters Virgo, ruled by Mercury. Many happy returns if you're celebrating your birthday this month. The Milky Way is now running up the eastern side of the sky, where Cassiopeia may be found within it high in the northeast. Lying low above the southern horizon is the constellation of Sagittarius, home to a well-known asterism or pattern of stars called the Teapot. Under good sky conditions, our home galaxy, the Milky Way, it appears as steam rising out of the spout of the teapot, with the centre of the galaxy lying to the upper right of the tip of the spout. In the hedgerows this month, you'll find blackberry, crabapple, elderberry, hazelnut, and rowan berries, amongst others. The rowan tree is also known as mountain ash, or an old name from these isles which translates as the wizard's tree, which reflects its long association with magic and witches. Rowans were once planted to protect farm cottages from roaming witches and can still be seen around many farmyards even today. Some of the many jobs in the garden might include using netting or fleece to protect blackberries and autumn raspberries from birds. You can sow hardy crops such as landcress, rocket and corn salad for winter pickings. And harvest fresh herbs and hang them up and dry, then store in jars. Or you can also freeze in ice cubes for winter use. I shall see you next time.